favorite parts of the sewing machine are, this is your knob that'll teach you how to like choose your threads. This is your reverse, so when you're sewing, if you push this down, it'll go the opposite direction. Your thread is back here on this thread holder.
Yep.
Can you guys
and
see that?
I like to sew
your on and off switch.
So just because it's really nice, so take your two ends,
and
put them together,
this is where
and
you
make a
thread
knot.
it. And it'll come down here, your bobbin, and your thread will be both kind of going out the back. And this is the bobbin. This is one of the main differences between older machines and newer machines. Older machines will typically have them in front, and they'll be in a little device like this. Have you guys seen one of these before?
Yep.
Okay. And so they get kind of threaded.
You could just take it like that,
and then you put it back in.
through.
And if you guys can sort of see, I'm gonna move this back. That was not a good idea. We're gonna twirl it back. Twirl the machine.
Is really handy
And then to get the thread up, you spin this towards you. So you saw this?
No.
Okay. So you put it in like that. So this tail is sticking out towards you. And then with this, put it on the back.
There you go.
Stick it through this hook.
Okay, we've all
You
made it
follow
past step one.
where it goes down. Put it around here and go back up on the other side. And get it into this hook
Yeah, as long
that's
as it
here.
stays.
And then go back down into the little opening. And this comes off. And this is what you should not do, because you need this to be nice closed.
Everybody got it?
Should not do
Okay.
it. Another thing
You
you
want
should
to
not
sew your
do
knots, just take
is
your
touch the
needle
tension
and
dial.
run your fingernails
Because if
down
you
it,
touch
and
it
then make sure the
tension
knot
dial,
is at the very
nope,
bottom.
this is the tension dial is up on the front. This is the tension dial.
Okay, yeah.
And the tension
Take
dial
your
is
knot, pull
something
it,
you do not
make
want
sure
to
that's
touch because my
Okay,
old
to
machine's
make a
tension got
basic
messed
knot,
up.
fold the fabric
And I
so
had to
that
take
the
it in
ends
twice
meet.
to get fixed to
And
have
pretend
the
like we're
tension balanced
making
again, because what that does
a
is it
little
adjusts
pillowcase thing.
how the bobbin and the thread come
So go ahead and
through
make
the
it so
top,
your two ends
or
meet.
like how tight that is. And if you mess with that, that's gonna be really bad.
And then typically,
So to
so
finish
most of the
threading
way
this,
people
you just
hand sew is they go
tuck it
ahead and
through
go
here.
through one way.
can you see it? It's a little
Pull it.
like it's a hook. That's right there.
And you don't
Thank
want to
you.
pull too hard because you rip the
And then-
knot right through.
sorry, I'm
just give it
That's perfectly fine.
Gentle
If you guys want
one.
it. And this does not have a self threader, so you
anything
have
Sad face.
yes.
Just
I
pull
have
it
not
out
never
just-
used a
just
self-threading
from the
needle,
up to
so
know
to
that
me
it's
it's
all
just
the way
normal.
through.
Girl, they
Oh
have the
yeah,
best
don't
thing.
do it.
I've
on
never
this
used a
end,
sewing
just
machine.
would-
I just hand sew. So
Oh,
that's normal.
Awesome.
I don't make costumes though, I make pillows.
Oh.
Well, now you can make costumes.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll make
So
her
now
more
you're going to
traffic.
take it and you're going to go right back the other
And
way.
to get it back,
And there's no like
guys
requirement
remember
on
which
how
way to turn
long
it?
the stitch
Towards
has
the
to
border.
be,
Yes.
whatever you're comfortable with.
The longer the
And then
stitches, the more unstable it is, but sewing little
this
teeny
one
tiny
taut.
stitches takes forever.
and it should be all
So
the
find
way.
a happy medium.
Right.
And then
When you
just
get
pull it through
really
and
just
you'll
done
have
with your
both
project,
threads
that's when
coming
people
through
start
here.
making long stitches.
And then
So we'll do
So
a couple
go back and
stitches
then
just
put
back
that
and
up.
forth.
Put this back on, and this usually holds like your needle, like extra
Well,
needles
we're
and
just going to
extra
do a few
feet.
stitches and I'll teach you
Got it.
one others.
Yeah.
It's a basic running stitch.
And I'm gonna
Yeah.
do
This is
something.
your standard if your hands
Take
don't
that back off again,
fixing a
because
ribbon
we
or
are all
possibly-
now going to learn
This is the stitch
how to
that
wind
you're
the
going to
bobbin.
use.
So you put it on the same place, but you wind it around here twice, just to make sure you have a good tension. And then you take your, this is a universal bobbin, so it'll fit most machines unless it says, the machine says otherwise.
Such professional terminology over there.
Hi. I hope it sounds professional, because that's what I'm going for.
Totally just made you feel awkward, sorry Jenna.
Well, thank you. And
Alright.
then you
Does everybody
stick
have
that
two
on there,
stitches?
and usually this
I
is
have my
enough for
third
you to.
stitch.
I'm going to
Mine aren't very
wind that
straight
back because I
or
got
even,
too much out.
but it is what it is.
I spent like my entire summer doing this because
And then
I messed up
for
on
this,
some machine
do you guys
machine
wanna-
project, so.
In order to wind the
I
bobbin,
found
you
pretty good
click
at
it
running
over so
stitches,
this
which
is
great.
closer towards this. And then with your foot press, you can just start winding it.
I like the light red on the green fabric, it's really easy to
And then
see.
once
Right.
you can just cut that off so that you
Correct?
don't have the.
Yeah, Just finish up your final.
I know.
One thing you just gotta watch out for is make sure that this is like nice and tight. That's why you have to wind it around twice, because if
And I'll
it's too
teach you a whip
loose,
stitch.
what's gonna end up happening is when you actually put it on the bobbin, it's gonna like, it's not gonna be tight enough, and then it can come back up and
So you want to be on
wreak
the
havoc
edge
on your
of the
machine.
fabric, so
it's another thing I want
where
wrong.
two raw edges are. You're gonna take your needle
Good for
and you're just gonna
And then
take it,
move it back over.
put it
What exactly is
around
the
the
use of the
fabric,
bobbin?
and
It's been
Oh.
forever since
So
I've
take
even
it.
touched a
Okay.
sewing
with the
machine.
threads coming up,
So this kind of shows,
around
that'll
and back
probably
under.
be better. I can show both over here. So the top is the red thread is the top thread, and then if you flip it over, there's the bobbin thread,
And
and
then
what
you
it
just go
does is
around
it
again.
holds each thread on their own side,
Back
and you
underneath,
can sort of
and
see,
back up.
if you pick it up and look at it, that you can sort of see like the blue thread coming up through the top, and the red thread in the bottom, and that's just kind of showing the balance.
Get frustrated.
So does like the bobbin
thread use up less actual thread?
Not really.
Okay. It's
Don't-
just there's less thread on it, so.
I
It's
don't,
the same
And
amount of
again,
thread.
people do these in really
I usually
tiny
think-
stitches,
excuse me,
but they
I
stay
think it's
good.
about the same amount of thread,
Okay.
but I could be wrong,
You can also
so,
lock your stitches
don't
and
quote
make
me on
them
it.
secure by
and then we just thread
going
this
when
back
you go
in
up to
here.
go thread it. Put it through again.
Usually helps if you actually get
sewing hack
the
from
thread in the needle.
the pros.
And it makes just like little tiny knots so that if your project does happen to like come apart at some point, it'll stop instead of like ripping all the way through.
Alright,
And then you'll be less frustrated.
and then that's back in there, and that's in the hook.
And it looks a little bit,
And then
nicer.
we're gonna get started on actually sewing things, now that you guys know.